Hello my darlings, it's me ALT. So today I want to kind of talk about something that's a very hot topic right now. You know, girls wearing football kits for their OnlyFans. The reason why I'm a Southampton supporter and where the Queen of Southampton branding came from, and what my real genuine thoughts on girls wearing football kits for their OnlyFans is. So I want you guys to comment or discuss with me on Twitter what you guys think, because I feel that everyone has really strong opinions on it, and I just wanted to explain my side of things and what I believe, and also talking about seeing things from the other side of the coin. But first of all, I just want to get into like where the Queen of Southampton branding came from, why I'm a Southampton fan, and just talking about that a little bit. So let's get into that first. Let's go straight into it. Obviously, I'm married to a Letitia. Southampton FC has been drilled into me. We have every single kit you could possibly imagine. They don't fit me because they're back when Southampton were playing at the Dell and my husband was a child. We have every Southampton book you could possibly imagine. My husband has told me anything and everything. He's one of those weirdos that remembers all the stats, all the players' stats, everything, the games, the matches, who scored what. I mean, obviously a lot of them were just his dad. And so I've had no choice but to become a Southampton fan. Prior to OnlyFans, I was on a football podcast. It was a well-respected football podcast. The other people on that very same podcast were writing for Premier League clubs. So it was more of like a detailed predicting the scores and who was going to win the league and all the rest of it. So my first ever episode on that podcast was a bit of a disaster because I got the name wrong for one of the Wolves players. I pronounced it wrong, and I had anxiety because I was like, no one's going to believe I'm a real fan now. But I recovered after months and months and months of being on that podcast, and I learned so much from the other people on the podcast. Football was literally my life 24/7. I was a football mum at the time. My son has now become a cricket. He is obsessed with cricket. He's not become a cricket. He's not become an insect. He's become a cricketer. But I was a football mum. I was on a football podcast. I was married to a football coach. It was every day football, football, football. My husband's one of those weirdos that has this game on, that game on, that game on, all at the same time. I also go to St. Mary's by myself, which is quite scary as a woman, with lots of rowdy football fans. And I do get recognised there, and I get really like dodgy looks and a lot of people judging me and giving me like really horrible looks and things like that. So I feel if I wasn't a real football fan, why would I be putting myself in that situation? I just love being there. I love watching the games. It's very hard being a Southampton fan because there's so many highs and lows, and it's infuriating to watch sometimes, but we're doing all right at the moment. I love the championship because we're actually winning games. Okay, so let's get into how the Queen of Southampton was born. I was on a bit of like a power trip, I guess, because it was the first time someone stopped me and asked for a picture. And I was like, wow, people are starting to recognise me. This is a big deal for me and my career. And I'd never had anything like that before. I went into the Southampton store. I bought the third kit, the green one at the time, and it looked really nice because it matched my eyes. And I was just about to go to a hotel to take some cute pictures in stuff, and I thought I want a new kit to go with it. And I posted on Twitter, sorry, I'm out of breath, I just ran up the stairs. I posted a picture of the Southampton kit, and I said, your queen is alive and well, can't wait for you to see what I've got, like something along those lines. And people really took that out of context because it happened to unfortunately be the same day that the actual Queen was passing away. She hadn't died yet, she was passing away. And I was just out in town the whole day. It didn't even cross my mind. It really didn't. I'm not a huge fan of the monarchy. A lot of my family members have been in the forces, and I respect that, and I respect the love that they have for the royal family. But again, I'm not going to lie and be fake, because I really love that about me. And so they know I'm not pro-monarchy. But I would honestly never in my mind think about doing something like that. But I think obviously, given the situation, everyone assumed I was making fun of the Queen's death. And so everyone's just got home. And so everyone just put two and two together, and they were like, how dare you, that's disgusting. And controversially, that's when the Queen of Southampton was born, because my fans were sticking up for me, and they're like, she's the Queen of Southampton, she's talking about herself. And so yeah, that's literally how it happened. Yeah, it was a crazy time. I had to get the police involved because people were like, we know where you live, we're gonna find you and we're gonna kill you, like, we want you dead instead of the Queen. And it was like, it went in the national press. It was a very crazy time, and I think that was the real one time where sadly it just put me on the map of like, this is the Southampton girl, like she also happens to be Matt Letitia's daughter-in-law, we're gonna get. So fortunately, because I did the podcast and things like that, I've made like genuine female football fans friends. I've made connections with them, and so they can see through the BS of what I post online for attention and things, like the 8.7 million video that was just went crazy, of me bouncing up and down in a football kit. And fortunately, it's just part of the job, that we have to post things like that online. If you know me in real life, you know that's not who I am, but people will take that and they'll think that that 12-second video is my whole entire personality, and that I haven't got a clue with what I'm talking about. But to be fair, I know there are a lot of girls who are jumping on the bandwagon with doing this football thing, because they've seen it be successful for others, so they want to capitalize, make money for their OnlyFans. For instance, there's this one girl, can't stand her, I used to work with her. She posted a bunch of TikToks in a Pompey kit, and then she is now doing West Ham on Twitter, like kissing other girls. So yeah, there are girls that don't like football that are just doing it to sexualize it, because men do love women in football kits. I don't know why. I guess it's something they love, and they love seeing beautiful women in football kits. So I do understand why female football fans would get annoyed by that, like sexualizing it, because as women, we're always sexualized. Regardless if you do sex work or not, everyone is slut shamed at some point in their life. Everyone has faced sexism. So I do get it. And I can see the frustrations from both sides, because women should be able to love sport, be a part of sport, and if someone happens to do OnlyFans, if they love that thing, if they've followed Liverpool for many years and they go to the games, why can't they then capitalize off of the thing that they love? But then I get the frustrations too. And for me, it's completely different. It's very niche. I just get, you're capitalizing off the surname, you're this, you're that, the other, you're ruining the legacy of Matt. And I think no one has the power to destroy a legacy of a footballer. They themselves have that power, and it's up to them what they do with that legacy. I have nothing to do with that. I'm not going to take away the goals that he scored. I'm not going to take away the fans' love for him. And so I think everyone gets it differently with trolling and the misogynistic abuse, which is disguised and wrapped in this bow of this is an excuse to troll you. After the 8.7 million video, which I could not have predicted it would go that crazy. There's been women, and fair play to that girl, she admitted that it was because of me. She started bouncing up and down on a bed in a football kit. And I did just say, you know, stay strong, because it could get bumpy for you, because people are very nasty and they think what they see on social media is a legitimate representation of who that person is. I just wanted to make this video because there's so much things online now, and someone was like tagging me in this video. They were like, it's definitely you, it's definitely about you. And I just feel, given my surname and situation and niche that I do, people are always going to jump on it and think it's about me. But I feel that I know in myself that I'm a real football fan. I've cried, I've jumped up and down in my lounge, I have screamed at St. Mary's, and I'm not going to stop because of your small-minded view of me and who you think that I am, because you don't know me. I'm very clever with what I post online. I'm very good at my job. I'm very good at getting attention. A lot of the time it's unwanted and negative attention, but I still know how to get it to capitalize off of things and make money for my family, because essentially that is all this is. Never wanted to own a Ferrari, never wanted to live in a mansion. I've just wanted to put food on the table for my kids and make sure that there's a roof over their head every night, because once you've been in a situation where things like that are threatened, it completely changes you as a person. And I hope that you have no idea what I'm talking about, and I hope you've never been through that, because if you have been through that, you'll know it's really tough. And there's a lot of like financial trauma that you get from that, and the constant worry and the constant anxiety. And I don't really sleep very well, so I'm having to go through that and a lot of abuse right now. But I hope you guys understand that I do see it from both sides, and I'd like to think that you could hopefully see that I was a real Southampton fan, regardless of what some people think about me and say about me online. So let me know what you guys think. Just got a little bit deep there. But I hope you're okay, and sending you all love, and just be mindful of what you post online, because there's some strong people out there that are struggling with the trolling that they get. And regardless of what you think of people, no one deserves to get abuse every single day of their life. So, ALT.